Football League on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the reigning AFC champs on Sunday night.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Joined as always by Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Broncos in this one, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing is Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Personal foul. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play, The psychology is, okay, they're number one. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Complete. That's Sutton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Lance. This is Hamler on the receiving end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Broncos at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to find Greg Dulcich there. And now it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And all the way home for the Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
That's complete. It's Okuwobu now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely like seeing the offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Lance, he finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Lance. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Trey Lance with his 14th touchdown, second of the game. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep...
Davis fighting. He loses the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On first down, right back to Hall. They'll get this to about the 38.
We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
12 carries, 74 yards.
Well, to know what's surprised, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you need to call this an all-day anymore, Palmer, because this group we're watching, they're totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That zero on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now it's Peterson. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Lance looking to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gordon will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Wilson now off the bootleg. Out to his left. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lance with a tap forward on a jet sweep. Shoves him aside, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming down. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now Gordon on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Lance with a tap forward on the Jet sweep. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 23. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he goes out right around the 39. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down. Play action. Now Wilson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. They didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 25 on second down, Wilson, touchdown. Elijah Moore, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point up and good by Folk, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on second down, Lance. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Joe Mixon, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Mitchell Trubisky, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the LA Rams. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. These 2 teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks for...
Mark, as always, as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway from the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On play action, Lance. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just not getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Hall again on 2nd down. Nice little juke. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Holding. Offense.
Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Lance. This is Hamler on the receiving end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Rolling to his left.
This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it.
And then he stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play action, now it's Lance.
He'll buy some time right.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and they end up making the play.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Trey Lance with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
He's going to look deep for more, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On the return is Peterson. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lance. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Lance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here's Lance.
Touchdown, Broncos. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So out now come the Jets.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Wilson.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
On 1st down, Wilson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. They will find Davis. That's complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Wilson will throw again. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of battling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball on the other side.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have. And all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On the set.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They're going right back to Hamler. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now a play fake. Lance. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, Lance. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. On one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what
what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down, no bangles. without a Kangol, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca-key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Crizzle King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.